Hey, Atomic Amy here, and I'm going to talk to you today about the wonderful scavenger hunt activity that we've put together for you in our e-news. And so the main thing is that you're going to be crafting a pair of amazing binoculars with your child. And the cool thing about this is you can get creative as you want. Like, we have some basic instructions, but like I use just what I kind of had in the office. I use this natural looking twine. You can use yarn. I've taken some paper, some colored paper, and glued it onto my toilet paper tubes and then glued them together. I like to put the rubber bands on just to kind of give it a little extra security, and little hands pulling on it. It's going to hold it together. Even if it's glued, it's going to hold it together a little better. And my best advice is let them get creative as they want. There's no right or wrong way to make these binoculars. As you can see, it's as simple as put the tubes together, poke some holes. If you don't have a hole punch, you can use the end of a scissor just to poke a hole. And then let them get wild, let them decorate. You could cut out some additional strips and glue them on to make them look very binocular-y. You can let them put stickers on, you can let them finger paint. I mean, there's so much you can do. I would highly recommend measuring your child's neck for the string so you don't get it all assembled and you can't get it over your head. And so we recommended 2 feet. This is the 2 feet length. But you might, if you have an older, like this is really not going to go over my head. So if you have a bigger kid, you might need to make it a little longer. And then for the scavenger hunt, the key thing is to have fun. And you're going to be looking for signs of animals, like secret signs. Like, believe it or not, they're walking past these signs all the time. They might see a bee, they might see an ant on the grass or on the sidewalk. Some challenging items might be like, do you see a beehive? I've only ever seen a few beehives in my whole life, so that's a really challenging item, or a snake skin or a bird nest. But it's pretty easy to see from the ground, like, what's that clump up in the tree? Who do you think lives there? Ask a lot of questions and have them write down, even if it's just like, I see grass, I see this, I see that. Have them write down and have fun collecting different nature things. And so, like here, like they could look for bugs. Look at this little bunny. They could look for bunnies. Talk about what coverings animals might have. Talk about animal tracks. If you can go on a hike in the woods, you might be able to look for scat or look for tracks near a river. Look for paths besides the path that you're walking on. Like, do you see a little path going off to the side? Like, what do you think walks on that path? Do you hear anything? Like, have them use all their senses. Do you hear anything? Do you hear that bird? Where do you think that bird is? And so have a lot of fun. I feel like this is a great free discovery activity, and it fits in nicely with our theme this month, which is talking about camouflage and animals and nature. So that is making our scavenger hunt binoculars.